Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently visited Guyana, a small South American nation. The visit was historic, as it was the first by any Indian PM in 56 years since Indira Gandhi's visit to Guyana in 1968. The visit was significant because a sizable portion of Guyanese people trace their roots to India. But beyond that, what was the real purpose of this visit? What is Guyana's India connection, and what's the bigger strategic and geopolitical reason behind India's outreach to the Caribbean nation? Let's find out. Hello guys, I am Saurav and welcome to the Arc. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed in Georgetown on 20th November, where he was warmly received by the Guyanese President Dr. Mohammad Irfan Ali, PM Mark Anthony Phillips, and other ministers at the airport. During his stay, multiple MOUs and agreements between the two countries on defense, energy, health, agriculture, etc. were signed. PM Modi was also conferred Guyana's highest honor, the Order of Excellence, by the Guyanese President.
यह सम्मान केवल मेरा ही नहीं बल्कि भारत के 140 करोड़ लोगों का सम्मान है.
Before this, PM Modi was conferred the Dominica Award of Honor by President Sylvanie Burton of Dominica. The statement quoted Dominican Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett as saying that the award is an expression of Dominica's gratitude for Modi's solidarity with Dominica and the wider region. While in Guyana, PM Modi also co-chaired the second India-CARICOM Summit in Georgetown on 20th November. The Caribbean Community, or CARICOM, is a regional organization comprising 15 member states and 5 associated members in the Caribbean. Established in 1973, CARICOM focuses on fostering economic integration, coordinating foreign policy, and promoting sustainable development across member states. The first India-CARICOM Summit was held in 2019 in New York. This year's summit was attended by presidents, prime ministers, and foreign ministers of Caribbean countries. India is seeking to increase partnership and cooperation with these countries in the fields of agriculture, renewable energy, medicine and healthcare, technology, culture, etc. These Caribbean countries are important for India as the region's strategic location serves as a gateway to North and South American markets, making it a crucial trade partner for India. India's active participation in renewable energy projects and International Solar Alliance further positions it as a reliable partner for the CARICOM nations, addressing their energy security needs. India also positions itself as the leader of the Global South, for which partnerships with these countries are vital. I have discussed the significance and India's role in the Global South in a previous video. Do check it out. The Caribbean region offers vast opportunities for India in sectors such as agriculture, energy, pharmaceuticals, and digital technology. This aligns well with India's expertise in these areas, and at the center of this Caribbean outreach lies an important partner, Guyana. Culture, cuisine, and cricket connect India and Guyana deeply, said PM Modi while addressing an Indian community event in Guyana.
Three things in particular connect India and Guyana deeply: culture, cuisine, and cricket.
Did you know that the largest ethnic group of Guyana are the Indo-Guyanese, who make up about 40% of the population of Guyana? But how come a small Caribbean nation so far away from India has such a significant population of Indian origin? There is an interesting story behind it. Around 190 years back, sometime around 1833, slavery was abolished by the British Empire. Because of that, there was scarcity of laborers to work in sugar farms in British colonies. So they devised a new plan, indentureship. Indentured labor was a system of bonded labor that was instituted for the workers to work on sugar, cotton, and tea plantations, etc. in British colonies in West Indies, Africa, and Southeast Asia. From 1834 till 1917, Britain had transported about 2 million Indian indentured workers to 19 colonies, including Fiji, Mauritius, Trinidad, Guyana, Malaysia, Uganda, Kenya, and South Africa. The indentured laborers that arrived in Guyana were mostly from eastern India, from the Indian states of Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. Also, the Indian diaspora is not just limited to Guyana, but is spread across the entire Caribbean region. However, the reason behind India's outreach to Guyana is not just limited to the Indian diaspora, but the recently discovered massive oil and natural gas reserves in Guyana. ExxonMobil discovered the first major oil deposits in May 2015, about 190 kilometers off Guyana.
ExxonMobil says it has made a significant oil discovery off the coast of Guyana.
The discovery is so huge that oil production from the country went from zero before the production began in December 2019 to about 650,000 barrels per day in 2024. And it is expected to soar to 1.2 million a day by 2027. Its oil reserves are estimated at 11 billion oil equivalent barrels, including an estimated 17 trillion cubic feet of associated natural gas reserves. A single oil block out of more than a dozen of the coast of Guyana is valued at $41 billion. With this massive oil discovery, the country's GDP also received a big boost. Guyana's GDP expanded by 62.3% in 2022, making it the highest real GDP growth in the world in 2022. It rose by 33% in 2023 and 43% in 2024. With the small population size, it has also been swiftly climbing the ranks of nations with the highest GDP per capita, from one of the poorest countries in the region to world's fastest growing economy. Guyana is now the Qatar of South America. India, on the other hand, is the world's third largest energy consumer, third largest consumer of oil, and fourth largest refiner, and the world's fastest growing major economy with rising energy needs. India imports about 87% of its crude oil requirements and has spent nearly $132.4 billion on importing fuel in 2023-24. So naturally, India sees Guyana's rich oil reserves as an opportunity, particularly for diversifying its fossil trade. Also, there have been allegations against the ExxonMobil consortium with whom Guyana signed the deal in 2016 of being opaque in its operations. There have also been some disagreements with respect to profit sharing and royalties. Guyana has no past experience with oil exploration and production. They lack skilled workers, technical know-how, and modern equipment. Guyana lacks the expertise in managing such a massive oil economy, and without proper management, things can really go wrong, as it has in the neighboring Venezuela, despite having the world's largest oil reserves. That's why Guyana is seeking partnerships with trusted partners, and that's where India could step in.
आज की बैठक में हमने हमारे सहयोग को मजबूत करने के लिए कई नए इनिशिएटिव्स की पहचान की है। हमारे आपसी व्यापार और आर्थिक सहयोग को बढ़ाने के लिए हम निरंतर प्रयास करते रहेंगे।
More importantly, Guyana needs defense partnerships to ramp up its defense capabilities because of its border conflict with neighboring Venezuela. Guyana and Venezuela have an ongoing border dispute over the Essequibo region, a massive area of 1.6 lakh square kilometer with a population of 1.25 lakh people, the large majority of whom speak English. The region is administered by Guyana but is now being claimed by Venezuela. The Essequibo region is massive, making up roughly 2/3 of the total land area of Guyana, and also it is rich in natural resources, particularly petroleum. In December 2023, Venezuela unveiled a new national map showing the Essequibo region as its part, and things have heated up since. The dispute is not new though. It dates back to the colonial era in the late 1800s, when the US and UK agreed to split the territory between modern-day Guyana and Venezuela, granting a majority of the Essequibo region to the Guyanese administration. In 1899, an international arbitral tribunal awarded the area to Britain, which at the time was the colonial power ruling over Guyana or British Guiana. as it was then known. Venezuela has repeatedly dismissed the ruling. The dispute stayed mostly dormant in the 21st century and was revived after Guyana discovered abundant petroleum reserves in the territorial waters above the Essequibo region in 2013. In December 2023, Venezuela deployed 5,000 soldiers along with F-16 and Sukhoi fighter jets near Guyana's border. In response, Guyana received the HMS Trent, a warship from the United Kingdom, in Georgetown. There are ongoing mediation attempts by multiple countries and world organizations, but considering the political and economic turmoil in Venezuela, the situation remains volatile. Therefore, considering the geopolitical developments in the region, Guyana is looking to enhance its defense partnership with India. Recently, Guyana officially commissioned 2 Dornier HAL-228 aircraft into the Guyana Defense Force Air Corps. The 2 aircraft were delivered to Guyana earlier this year as part of a $23.37 million defense line of credit from the Indian government. Guyana is looking to modernize its defense forces and, as per reports, is in discussion with the Indian government and defense companies to procure a range of defense equipment including fast patrol boats, offshore patrol vessels, and arms and ammunitions. India's earnest outreach and engagement with Guyana and the Caribbean countries is a significant shift in India's foreign policy.
भारत ने सदैव कैरिकॉम के साथ मिलकर साझा चुनौतियों से निपटने का प्रयास किया है। कोविड हो या नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग हो या विकास के कार्य, भारत एक विश्वसनीय पार्टनर के रूप में आप सभी के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर आगे बढ़ा है।
India's renewed focus on the region to forge new partnerships in the region has bigger strategic reasons too. As China is increasingly seeking to raise its profile in America's backyard, the Caribbean countries are diversifying their international relations, and India must take this opportunity to be a reliable partner and the voice of the Global South. Thanks for watching. Keep following the channel for more such informative videos.